Hello, everyone. Welcome back to the Natural Physique Coaching Podcast. The whole gang is here. Miserable weather for Noah and I. Finn's in his little wife beater because it's supposedly lovely down there. Matt, what's your situation? Is it grim?
Thunderstorms.
Mega. You guys are getting it good. I've seen on the news that it's just constant nice weather, so lucky you. But we're going to have a little yap, a wee chat, as we always do. Got some questions. I popped up a question box, so I've got a good few to go through. I think Finn's got a good few from the previous the previous question box, and we can go through them. So, yeah, how is everyone? Finn, go for yourself first.
I'm okay, mate. Thank you. I don't know what happened to me yesterday, but when I've told you, I spoke about that before on other podcasts. Like, when I've said before, like I've had that horrendous stomach pain, like after eating pineapple, and I've had to lay naked on the floor.
The Nando's.
Yeah. So yesterday it wasn't quite the same, but it was like a bit similar. So like last 2 days, basically my first meal is cream of carbs, which is basically like it's like a oats and rice flour mix from HR Labs. But Megan's been having just oats, and I was like, oh, just make me oats if you like. Can you make mine as well? Like I'll just have oats, and like oats never sit great for me. But I was like, oh, I'll just try it. And 2 days ago it was fine, and then yesterday I was like, it just sits so heavy. Like my stomach felt so full. Like it's 50 grams of oats, and I literally felt like I'd eaten 10,000 calories. Like it's crazy. It's like trapped wind in my stomach. Like my stomach was so bloated. Anyway, I did my normal check-ins in the morning. We went and viewed a house, had my pre-workout meal, and I was still like so full. I was eating my pre-workout meal, and I was like, I literally feel like I'm going to throw up. Like I'm so full. It was horrible. Tried to let it digest for like an hour. Went and trained. And I was doing pull, and like I literally put one plate on the T-bar, and I was like, I'm gonna vomit. Like I'm literally gonna throw up. I can't do it. So like I tried to do pull without any like chest support. Got towards like I don't know 5-6 exercises in, and I said to Megan, I was like, I'm gonna have to go home. Like I'm literally like holding in sick this whole session. Like I'm gonna just throw up in the gym, and I don't want to do that. So I went home and I slept from like 6 p.m. until 5 a.m. So I messaged all my clients who I needed to get back to. I was like, really sorry, but like I'll get back to you tomorrow. Like I really don't feel good. And then popped some melatonin, slept for 11 hours, and felt somewhat alright this morning. So yeah, don't know what that was. I think it's the oats, or maybe it was something else that I ate. But like I don't know if you guys have. Like I've had a few clients recently who have had like a 1 day stomach bug. Megan had one. Shay had one. I've had a few other clients who have been like, I just don't feel great, and like just a bit of a stomach bug for like a day, 2 days, and then they're fine. So I don't know if it was that. But yeah, other than that, mate, I'm alright. My shoulder's fucked, but we don't want to talk about that.
Did you go see Spider-Man? Or did you go see Odyssey when you went to the cinema?
Went to see Spider-Man,
What did you think?
and I thought it was decent. I thought it was worth a watch. I wasn't like, oh, it was so good. It was decent. But it was the fucking hottest cinema ever, right? Like, we got in there and we were like, it's a bit warm. It's not that bad. Like, it's just a bit warm. Literally, Megan was sweating. Like, she was like, we were both like laughing. It was that hot. Like towards the end, we were just laughing because we were both drenched. And we were looking around.
Loads of people there.
Yeah, it was busy, but also it's like the aircon had broke and it was a hot day. But we were like looking around and it was like, why does nobody else look like they're fucking boiling? Like, why is it just us? But yeah, mate, it was so hot. I went for a wee. That's when I messaged you.
Yeah.
I went for the wee, and then when I went back in, it was like 10 times worse because like I've come out into the cold and gone back, and I just couldn't enjoy the film. I was too hot.
Did you just go see it? I assume you haven't. No. Happy. Are you into Spider-Man?
No, I'd recently watched movies in 4 minutes thing, just summing it up and summing up other movies. I couldn't be arsed going to the cinema.
Same thing.
Mate,
That's what I should start doing because I always just think like, unless it's such a good film, most of the time I'm just like,
I just don't have the attention span to watch.
I thought it was really good. Like, I don't know. I think it's just the hype around Spider-Man. Like, Spider-Man's such a feel-good movie. Like,
Spider-Man 2, that was the best one though. You know, the one with against Dr. Ock.
yeah, the old Spider-Mans are so much better than that.
I think Tom Holland's the best Spider-Man yet. Like, he's the most Spider-Man-y Spider-Man.
Tom Holland is good, but like nothing beats the original
Tobey
Spider-Man.
Maguire.
No,
I get that, but like, he's pretty much a full-grown man. Like, Spider-Man should be like relatively young and not daft, but I feel like he fits him. Like, he was in Odyssey. and I just couldn't see anything but the fucking Spider-Man.
Yeah.
And then when he was in Spider-Man, I was like, oh, he fits that so well. Like, it's the only thing I can see him as. Maybe it's just me being daft, but I thought it was really, really good. Like, the cinema, it's as if I was in a concert. The whole place just completely rammed. Like, not a single seat available in the Odeon, and it's like multiple levels all the way
Yeah,
up.
it
So
was
it
busy
felt,
the one that I was at as well.
it felt very like special, which is sick. I was trying to get the 4DX tickets with Jude's, with the seats that like rock back and forth and go crazy, and there's water and there's wind and everything, but there was none available left.
Did you like Odyssey?
Yes, did you watch that as well?
No, I want to.
I think that's
but-
really good. I assume both of you haven't either. It's a Christopher Nolan movie, so you're gonna need a bit of brain power to actually keep along with it. But
You fall asleep. Like when I went during prep, like to the cinema, it's like to be fair, it's really nice because you just get to switch off. But like you just
what I like.
you just try and fall asleep. Like you want to just sleep.
Yeah, when I was in prep, I went to the movies a few times because you go into this like different wee world, and like you don't worry about like anything else that's going on.
That
Like
is
your phone's
the-
completely shut off, and you just monging out for like 2 hours. It's brilliant. But Odyssey was really good. I like that as well. I remember when Oppenheimer and Barbie came out, and I was like deep in prep, and I was like, I've not got the attention span for
I
Oppenheimer.
went
So
to watch Barbie.
I watched Barbie, and it was fucking horrendous. Worst movie I've watched my entire life.
Disagree. Thought it was quite good.
Mate, it was terrible, absolutely awful. But yeah, I thoroughly enjoyed
What
Spider-Man.
on films should we do, like we did with TV series? What's your favourite film? Or like best? What was the question before? It was like best TV series of all time. So
Yeah,
what
they asked for like a
film?
top three, I think, but I can't think of like three. Kung Fu Panda 1, Kung Fu Panda 2, and Kung Fu Panda 3. That's top three movies. I do like a wee animated movie instead of like one that's super serious though. It depends though. Like Interstellar was shit hot, and there's some like really good ones like that. What's it? Shutter Island was really good.
I think my top three would be Over the Hedge,
Great
Uh,
shout.
Catch Me If You Can, Leonardo DiCaprio,
Yep, another good shout.
and Dark Knight, probably,
Everyone said
or the In Betweeners movie number one.
no
That's-
chance.
Right,
That's
it's
hard.
it comes on at like Christmas or New Year, and it's on the TV.
Yeah.
Unbelievable.
Yeah,
Matt,
I'd probably go Cars for nostalgia. The Longest Yard also for nostalgia. I watched that over the weekend. It was fucking
Yep.
brilliant. Forgot how good that is. And then The Hangover. But I'm just trying to think which
Not a
one.
bad shout. Yeah.
Either 1 or 3.
yeah, I like that.
I've watched like a load of good thrillers, but I just can't think of any off the top of my head. There was one with Jake Gyllenhaal in it. which I was
Prisoners.
yeah.
Yes.
Prisoners is so good.
Unreal. It was really
Jake
good.
Gyllenhaal's got a good few ones like that.
Yeah.
What's the one? Is it the Zodiac Killer or something? The serial killer. That
Yeah.
was really good. He done that. I like that. Finn, top three.
If I'm going off what like you boys have said, like with like a nostalgic one, Goal.
Yeah.
Santiago.
Santiago
Never
Nunez.
seen or heard of that in my life.
Mate, honestly, like if you
It's-
liked football growing up, it was the shit.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It was so good.
Everyone dreamed of being that boy. Like,
Yeah, and he was like a good-looking lad, and like, it was just like, oh. I remember I went to watch it at the cinema with my grandparents, the first one, and I was like, it was the best day of my life. I was like, this is the best film ever. Goal 1, Goal 2, Goal 3, it started to get a bit, come on now, this isn't going to happen, it's a bit far-fetched now. But yeah, Goal, The Prestige, which is a sick film, and I also watched it, when I first ever watched it, I watched it at this like old school theatre cinema in Gainsborough, which is like a tiny village. Well, it's not that small, but like a small village near where I was brought up. And I didn't even know that this cinema was a thing. And when it's like a really old, like pretty cool, like traditional one. So when watched it there, and it was like really sick, like just the environment and the film. So I like have good memories of that. But yeah, The Prestige is good if you haven't watched it.
Not heard of it either. Let's do your three I've not heard of. See if we can get a third.
It's gonna be Anchorman.
Have you watched Now You See Me?
Yes.
Yeah,
Yeah.
that's really good. That's a random but really good movie.
They are sick. Like,
Yeah.
I like anything that's got like. To be fair, all the Saw films, I fucking love the Saw films, and not because they're gory or anything like that. Like, I don't like gory films, but I like the twists and I like anything that's gamified. Any film that is a game, I fucking love it.
Fair. I'm trying to think top three for me. I think Maze Runner's got to be up there.
Amazing. Good.
Really like Maze Runner. Cars is a great shout from Matt. Like that's very very high up there. Yeah, I'll probably put Cars or Kung Fu Panda to be different.
Madagascar 2 is up there too.
Oh,
Yeah,
yeah.
the one.
Ice Age is a very good shout as well.
Ice Age
The
is good.
Ice Age, the dinosaur one was
Yeah, that was
I remember watching
the
that.
little rodent, wasn't it?
yeah, he was so cold. He was the fucking coolest guy ever.
At what age do you think it becomes like unacceptable to say that you like these films, right? Because I'm just thinking, when I was a kid, when I'd like go to bed, my dad had put a film on, and it'd always be something like grown up and scary. But like, what are we gonna put on when our kids go to bed? Like Cars.
Barney Hard.
Well, mate, no, it's gonna be like it's gonna be a massive event, like your wedding day, the birth of the baby. No, when you sit your kid down to watch Over the Hedge,
Fuck me.
that will be.
I'm naming Wayne Hammy after Hammy the hamster, mate. That's
He's the goat. Yeah, there's some good films. As of recent, I do think that Spider-Man was up there for like cinema experience. That the
I
previous
think
Spider-Man
it
when
was
he
that
came
great.
through the portal in the last one, Andrew Garfield came through like the cinema. There was literally people like cheering. I was like, what the fuck is going on? Or the Avengers when Captain America picks up Thor's hammer. I think that's
Yeah.
when everyone went crazy. Like I like shit like that.
I just can't get into like Marvel and stuff.
I
I
think-
really want to, like,
Yeah.
I try to, but I just can't.
That's why I started watching that movies in 4 minutes thing, because I had watched Endgame when it came out, but I'd like forgotten what it all meant and all that, and I kept getting reels coming up of it, so I went and watched back like an actual explanation. I still don't have a fucking clue.
They all kind of
That's
get
why I
mixed
think
up
I
as well.
struggle with it because there's too many storylines
Yeah.
intertwined in it all that I'm like I can't keep up.
And for some of it, you need to have watched like the TV series as well. Like there's Loki ones, there's ones on Black Widow and shit or whatever it is. Like there's TV series, and then I didn't understand stuff, and Jude had to kind of explain it to me. Who's that? And like some of the X-Men shit was in it as well, or whatever it was, and it was all a bit kind of.
One thing I did like, and I won't like this isn't a spoiler, but one thing I did like about the Spider-Man was the Hulk involvement. I thought that was good.
Yeah, it was actually like me in the cinema. Just thought that's me.
Yeah, he was
It was
fucking
on
jacked.
screen. I was actually very close to buying a Spider-Man suit. I didn't know if it was going to get delivered in time. It was £30 for a full like tight Spider-Man suit.
That's what we were laughing at as well because Shay went in his suit to watch it. Did you see?
Really? No.
Me and Megan were pissing ourselves because we were so hot and we were imagining Shay being that hot in the suit.
Yeah, I was thinking about doing so, but the Orion was way too busy. Like I've never been to the cinema when they ran out of Tango Ice Blasts. That ruined it for me. I've never been to the cinema, watched the movie, and not had a Tango Ice Blast. Fucking brilliant, but
Did you ever have them when it was Fanta Frozen?
no. I remember them when they were really, really good, and then what's his name, Jamie Oliver or something, came in and made them sugar free or lower in calories, and then they got shite. When they were full sugar, it was unbelievable. Like, why do you make that decision for me? I should be the one that makes the decision whether I go
It
sugar
should
free
be
or not. Yeah. Well, Noah, sorry. How are you? Went off on a movie tangent.
I'm alright. Keeping busy. I've been taking prep purchases a bit far with my flipping, but aside from that,
Listen, prep purchases are usually stupid. You buy stupid shit and lose money on them just because you want a bit of a dopamine hit. But you're
Yeah.
making money from yours and getting the dopamine hit.
yeah.
What
true.
is this with the cards?
Yeah, yeah. I can't help it. I go to the card shows anyway, and I'm like, well, I may as well see if I can make some money out of it. So it's a bit of fun. It's keep me occupied. But yeah, I'm sound. Feeling a little bit more draggy, a bit more tired, a bit colder. But aside from that, just cracking on. Same old, same old.
Nice. You getting lighter?
Yeah, we saw 161.2 on Sunday, then jumped up to 163 after our rest day, which weight normally comes up anyway. so I backload my food, and then came back down to 162. But I feel like I'm going to drop tomorrow. Like I'm feeling it today, so I'm hoping to see weight come down. But I'm also not like in a rush for it to just be dropping. For no
You look
reason.
quite a bit leaner at like 162 than you did at like 165, and that is only a few pounds, but you do look a fair bit leaner for that.
Yeah, I feel like I can feel my skin's getting like thinner now, but it almost like it. I can feel the difference of being watery more now, because the skin's thinner. I can feel as if I can move the skin around a bit more, and it's a bit like frustrating for that side of things. But I think after we crack on for the next few days, and whether we run some more food or just like a couple extra rest days, and we can drop that off, I think the condition that we've been pushing for, and maybe the reason why I've been feeling a bit worse these last couple of days, it'll start to come through. But I'm not even like attaching myself to the look at the minute. I'm just sending the photos to Finn and then just cracking on.
It is like you have to earn that condition, and it comes to fruition when you have put that work in, when you then freshen up or fill up. I look at Matt, like he wasn't looking any leaner for a while, and then deloaded, and it was like, oh fuck, I am lean. I was just fucked.
Yeah.
Like obviously for you, it's not to that extent, but like I said, if we were to run 2 rest days, you'd probably be like, oh shit, like I look quite a lot leaner because I've dropped some fluid from a couple of days of no training. Or likewise, a high day, you fill up more and that muscle presses against the skin more, and you're like, oh shit, I'm actually a lot leaner than I thought. What about yourself, Matt?
I'm all good. We're back to digging now. So today I felt a little bit out of it, but that's just because I had a ridiculous leg session, probably one of the best sessions I've had all prep, and I just busted myself completely. But yeah, I've actually been feeling pretty sweet. We we ran 2 high days over the weekend, 1 training day high day, 1 rest day high day. Body weight actually went up quite a few pounds, but it just looked so much fuller. But that weight's kind of stuck at the start of the week, but I'm still looking a good bit leaner, like glute details coming through more and more. But I do just notice that like I'm holding a lot of water at the minute. I don't know if it's maybe because I'm drinking a lot more water. Like I think I'm having like 9.5 liters every day just with, doing so much cardio. So it's like 1.5 liters first thing in the morning, 1.5 liters during cardio, 1.5 liters after cardio. There it's fucking 8 o'clock in the morning, 7 o'clock in the morning. I've had nearly 5 liters. So then obviously when I go train, I'm sweating more, I'm drinking more, and then by the end of the day I'm hitting like 9.5. So potentially that could be a reason why. But yeah, looking leaner. We're pushing on. So I'm 4.8 or 4.7 weeks out, whatever you want to call it. Just under 5 weeks out. So we'll probably just keep pushing all the way up until peak week, and then we've got 3 shows back to back. So like there isn't really much time in between those to actually try and chase any fat loss. So fat loss kind of needs to be done heading into that first show. And then it's just about maintaining things over those 3 weeks, which will be good fun. I've done back-to-back peaks, but I've never done like a prolonged period of like a one massive peak almost. So it's going to be pretty cool to see what that's like. But it's just managing the travel, the work. Like the first show's on a Sunday, the second show's on a Saturday, so there's 6 days in between. So I think I'm back home for 2 days and then I have to fly out. So that's going to be something to try and manage. But yeah, really looking forward to it. Like I said, definitely getting leaner, visually looking a lot leaner, and I feel really, really good as well. So wouldn't mind even pushing on even harder, but we'll play it by ear, see what happens.
What are those 3 shows? Are you putting that
It'll
out?
be MBF Ireland, then the UKDFBA British Finals, and then the MBFI.
You can do the British finals just because you've done MBFI before.
Because I won the NBFI.
Got you. That's sick.
That'll be
So
good.
ideally fat loss finish before then, and then just kind of ease up into that.
Pretty much.
There's been a big step forwards in conditions, to be fair, over the past
I
week or
think,
two.
mate, I flicked back on my sheets. I think over the last month I lost like 12 to 15 pounds or something
Okay.
ridiculous. Yeah, it was just body was just being so stubborn with how
Loads of that was over the deload, wasn't it? Like,
Yeah, within a 10-day period, it was like, I'm trying to remember, I think it went down from like 171 down to 162.75 in like 12 days or something. So that was a good shift. So I know I'm not far off. I don't really know what my stage weight's going to be. It's hard to kind of, and I don't really want to do this. I don't really want to think, oh, I've got X amount of pounds to pull off, because I lose 2 pounds off my glutes and then suddenly it's like, fuck, you're in, mate. Or I could lose 2 pounds and none of it come off my glutes and be like, okay, well, we need more. So I don't really want to try and predict based on previous stage weights, but potentially looking at another 5 to 7 pounds, maybe. Don't really know, but we'll just see.
It's keeping the craziness and the bubbliness and everything through your delts,
Just
and
trying to make sure we don't just chase the glutes and lose everything else.
balance that.
Because even when I take my check-in pictures at the minute, first thing I'm looking at is the glutes. I haven't even paid attention to the rest of my physique.
So
I'm
we
just
usually do
out of that
absolutely,
mindset.
like, towards the end of prep, because that's almost always the last place for it to come in for everyone. Like, it is the first place that you look. Like, and it's easy to then disregard the rest of the physique if you're not careful. Just chasing that.
Sick. Any questions? Go for some.
Yeah, man.
Good one to start off with for the Natural Physique Coaching Podcast. Rank yourself in order of who is most likely to go enhanced.
Noah, Matt, me, Josh.
Well,
I'd swap me and you, because I think you'd said about doing TRT.
Yeah, that's when I'm fucked.
That's what I'm thinking. You're the closest. Yeah, but you would be the next to go on.
You're the oldest. Your dick doesn't work. Alright, guys.
My dunk status. I think it would be
Well,
Matt or
fair enough.
Noah. And then I
See,
think
I
I'd
think-
last.
Matt, I know what you mean about Matt, but Matt, he's got no interest in it when
If I'd wanted to go enhanced, I would have done it by now.
you
I
should
just
have done it
done
by now. Yeah, potential wise, Matt makes the most sense in terms of his freaky kind of body parts and structure and tiny waist and stuff. Matt makes the most sense, but it's almost like if you were to do it for the reasons of wanting to reach the top, you're almost already too late. You know what I mean? Because there's guys who have started at 15, 16 and are on the
Gonna say
Olympia
you
stage
fucking
in their early 20s.
What's his name? Anton or whatever it is. 22, looking like that.
Sebum was winning Olympias in his early 20s.
Noah, you would be the same as Fahrenheit, but you started injecting L-carnitine, so you've worked yourself.
I'm natty cheap, mate.
I was going to say, you're pretty much already enhanced. It's
Has
cheating,
anybody ever had thoughts of I do think I would like to, or
No.
I wish
I think
I wish
people
I
would be
could,
lying. I think
Huh?
people would be lying. People would be lying if they said they hadn't thought about it.
It's
But,
not
within-
a serious
within
thought. You'd be like,
context,
what do I look like?
Yeah, when I was 19, when I'd come out that first prep, I was like, oh, I hope my test is fucked. Just because I didn't know any fucking better.
Yeah.
But, since I've been doing it, I've gotten zero care for it.
Yeah. You think about, what would it look like? But, I've never sat and thought, should I? Never given it a bit of thought at all.
the only time I ever have is when I was really low and I was thinking, fucking hell, would TRT actually be a good option here? But then realistically I was thinking I know that I'm not going to feel like this forever. I know that I just need to recover from the prep. And it just took longer than I wanted it to take. But what I would say is after this season, seeing how I looked and the potential that I had, and also seeing the standard of other naturals who I think are fucking incredible, and then me being stood next to them and actually being I actually look pretty good. That made me that makes me think okay, right, why would I ever want to go enhanced when I'm not bothered about being the biggest guy in the world, biggest guy in the gym. I'm more bothered about just feeling good, looking good for myself, feeling confident. And when it comes to competing, I've got stage photos that I'm already really proud of.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? So it's would I need to go enhanced to be more? Obviously, yeah, you'd be bigger and you'd have better stage photos and stuff, but it's all relative, isn't it? You know what I mean?
I had
It's
a client, I can't remember who it was that said it, but he said see Mikey and it just makes you want to go enhanced. And it's yeah, I get you in the sense that he's gained 12 kg and he looks like an entirely different person, but I also have no aspiration to be an IFBB pro or Olympia, and I also don't want to take years off my life. And that's not me saying anyone takes gear, you're taking years off of life and you're killing yourself. Not at all. But like, if you want to be a high level open bodybuilder, I'm not going to be classic. I'm just not put together like that. If you want to be a high level open bodybuilder, you're going to need to run a lot of gear, and I'm realistically not up for doing that.
I'm
And
also
I'm shit scared of needles.
Mikey is a bit of a freak. Like, even as a natty, Mikey looked like really round and bubbly through certain body parts. You know, like Mikey's quads, like, I'll never have quads like that, no matter what I do. You know what I mean? It's like, just the shape is a joke, and like the roundness. Like, some people are just like hyper responders. To it's like anything. Some people are just better at certain sports than others. Like, it's the same with bodybuilding and enhanced bodybuilding. Your response to anabolics is a big part of how good you are at the sport.
Yeah.
So, like, people might look at Mikey and go, "Oh, I should do it." Then you also look at all the people who are on gear who look like shit. Do you ever look at them and go, "Oh, I should do
like that though.
it"? Huh?
Like, imagine going on gear and still looking like shit. Like, I'd hate myself.
But that is the vast majority. Like, Mikey is a minority.
Yeah.
Not everybody that jumps on gear makes the progress that Mikey's made. You know what I mean? It's like Reese. Like, people look at Reese and go, "Oh, fucking hell, I wish I should take gear." Like, you're not going to be Reese. Like, look at Reese when he was natty. You know what I mean? He was big. Like, people forget that genetics play a role, and they think, "Oh, if I take gear, I will look like Siebel." You won't. Sorry to break it to you. Like, you won't.
There's so many, like, I see it a lot on TikTok and Instagram and shit, but so many American kids are legit like 16 years old and just getting full of gear. Like, lads, what he's actually doing. Have you seen that Eric boy? Eric, fuck, he's the blonde one. He used to. what's his
Yeah,
name?
the one. I know who you're like, the 16-year-old.
Yes, yes. He might have. Oh, I think he's deactivated his account. Aye, that's him. You can't really see it, it's not zoomed in.
The
It
scary
looks-
thing is, like, you can see why people are so drawn to it, because, like, fucking hell, look at that, like, look at the progress, and, like, I could look like this, and, like, completely get it. You know what I mean? Especially if you're young and, like, you don't really know the potential consequences. But, like, I don't think people do realise, like, one, the cost of doing it properly, two, the potential, like, negative side effects to your long-term health. Like, people just look at the positives, don't they, and go, "Ooh, I'm going to look bigger." It's like,
Just
Very-
the maintenance aspect, I'm like bodybuilding for me was never about, like, steroids were never even in the picture when I first started thinking about bodybuilding or even did it myself. Like, I thought Arnold was natural until I was about 16, 17. I don't know if that's me just being stupid, but, you know, it was always just about eating and training and recovering and growing. Like, that's all bodybuilding was. And that's kind of just what I enjoy. Like, drugs don't play a role in that.
100%. It should be fun. And, like, when you got into it, was it ever like, "Oh, I can't wait to take drugs. I can't wait."
Yeah.
No.
Never came into the picture at all.
I just don't think I could take the step as well. Like, I'm quite a anxious person. Like,
I'm
as-
so indecisive. And, like,
Yeah.
once you do it, that's it. Like,
I can barely
Can't go back.
fucking decide to get a tattoo on my body or not. Never mind start injecting myself with shit that then means I can never compete as a natural again. Like, that's too big of a decision to make. And what if I don't enjoy bodybuilding in 2 years' time? Like, as much as I enjoy it now when I'm young, when I get more responsibility, when business gets busier, like, is it going to always be my main priority? I don't know. Like, so yeah, I'm just gonna continue to do what I do, and we've kind of built a brand about natural bodybuilding. So I don't.
I also
fancy
think-
giving that up.
Probably, like, last point on this, like, I also think now natural bodybuilding, it is more and more popular. It is becoming cooler. Like, I know it's probably still frowned upon by a lot of those who are enhanced, but, like, there's so many people who, let's say maybe 5-10 years ago, will have jumped on gear because natural bodybuilding wasn't really a thing and there wasn't much opportunity, and it was just like, "Oh, those shows are shit." You look at it now, like, look at the PCA natural standard. People will see that and go, "Fucking hell, I don't need to take gear. Look at the guy who's winning that. Look at the girl who's winning that." Like, that wasn't there 10 years ago.
I
Nobody.
think if anything, this is just going to, or those shows are just going to breed better enhanced bodybuilders as well, because you're getting younger people coming into the sport, becoming better natural athletes, setting themselves up well, making an educated decision and going, "Yeah, I'm going to jump on gear and start taking PEDs," and they do it the right way, and then they become very good enhanced guys, just like Mikey. So I
Yeah.
think if anything, like both sides of the sport are going to grow within like exponentially within the next like 5 years.
At
Yeah,
what point
it's
does
so
it
much more
become
popular now, isn't it? Like young lads getting into it so much more over this past like 5, 10
more
years.
normalized, isn't it? Like bodybuilding used to be weird. I never really experienced that because I'm still like a new bodybuilder and still young. But bodybuilding wasn't a normal thing. But social media has made it very normalized, and people want to do that and they see that. And
Do you not like the way bodybuilding was kind of niche when you first started doing it? Like I liked the
Yeah.
fact that I was a bit of an outcast and was one of the only people that did it.
I don't like that everybody competes now. Like
Yeah.
people train for 2 years and they go like, well, the next step is to compete. It's like it doesn't have to be. You know what I mean? Like it's that. I'm not saying like you can't, but I just think people almost like rush into competing
yeah,
because they just think, well, I go to the gym, so the next step is competing. Like, it's not like you could train for. There's people who train for 10, 15 years and then go, fucking hell, I'm quite good. Maybe I'll compete. You know, and they're the freaks that turn up and like win stuff when they're like 30. I'm not saying like you can't like look, Josh is a good example like competing when you're young and like all the benefits that you get from that, social media, financially, etc. But you also had the physique worthy of
that's the
competing.
thing. When I came to you, I was like, I kind of want to compete at some point, but like I don't really know when. Like, I have no clue if I'm Like, I genuinely have no clue. Like, when I was in prep, I was like, I'm gonna get bummed. Like, I'm not placing. Like, I don't really know because all I thought was like the bigger you are, the better you are. Like, I didn't really know, but then I put my trust in you, and you were like, well, you can do good next year, so let's prep next year. If you told me you're not competing for another 3 years, I'd been like, oh sweet.
Sound.
Cool.
Yeah.
Like I didn't care. It was just more so right. You had the belief in me to do that. You could see the potential there, and boom, like maybe not going to a coach and just be like, right, I want to compete here. See, when I get an inquiry and they're like, I'd like to compete, and then I ask them like, do you have an idea of when? They're like, there's some point over the next few years. Fucking brilliant. Because
Yeah,
then it means
that's
I can
good.
actually map things out properly for them instead of them being like, right, I want to compete in 2027. I'm like, well, quite heavy right now, and I've not seen you lean yet. You've not actually dieted properly yet. We don't know how much muscle you've got, and then it's just a rush, and it takes away from that process and enjoyability of it as well. So, yeah, give yourself time, for sure. I also think back to your point of at what point are you actually just a straight junkie? Like, say if you're pinning yourself like 10, 20 times a day. Like,
I
some
also
people
just don't know
genuinely do like
how
ridiculous shit.
people have time for it.
I think it'd be
Like,
such a bollock.
Yeah.
I don't get how like Reese, for example, has time for it. Like, I
Yeah.
just think, like,
Little things like that take you out of what you're doing. Like, see when you get
Yeah.
into that like flow state of work, and you're like, oh wait, I need to go and I need to go pin my arse for this. Or,
I think you have to be a specific type of person because I think how all of us are, I don't think we'd be able to do it. You know what I mean? In terms
I'm
of
not
that.
stressing about trying to get like 50, making sure I've remembered to put my 50 grams of courgette in a meal.
Yeah.
Imagine like trying to remember to take like a certain milligram dose of this, and then however many IUs of that at this certain time. Like make sure it has to be pre-bed, it can't be pre-workout. Like
Even like
Can't
pre-stage,
be
like
harsh.
Reese was like doing pre-stage jabs and stuff. Like that's what people do as if it's like pre-workouts. Like I don't know. I just think I feel like I've got enough going on a show day. Like I won't want to like need to go and jab myself in the toilet.
fuck that.
Right. Let's go through some more questions. These are some. I think these might have been when I maybe did my own question box. I can't really remember. But either way, how many caramel Snacker Jacks can you eat in one sitting? Asking for a friend. That's from Kieran Daly.
Who's your friend that you're asking for? That's the question. I reckon he could do fucking like three boxes.
Hey, he's on 1,000 carb today.
I was gonna say he'd get that down easy days. I think I'm tapping out at like 6 to 8. Yeah, I just think they're quite
or
the big fluffy caramel snacker jacks.
Yeah,
What, like individual, you think you could
Oh,
get
sorry.
through one? Oh no, like,
I think I'd get through like 8 of them and I'd be kind of giving up because they're quite sweet and sickly. Like
mate, I could do 8 packets easy.
8 packets. I'm talking about 8 singular snacker jacks.
isn't a packet like 10 or 12?
Are we allowed to use like different techniques here? Because you could just mash the fuck out of them. And
no, individual ones like that.
You've
individual.
got to eat them dry.
Oh, you can't put like jam on it.
That's
No
the thing.
issues.
I was gonna say it's probably easier if you get a bit of honey on it. It's more calories, but like it makes
Right,
it go down
let's
better.
just say they've got to be dry and they've got to be in rice cake form.
Yeah,
I'd be salivating so
Slam a
much.
pack.
I would salivate so much that I don't need
that's the
honey.
moisture.
Yeah.
How many packets then, or how many rice cakes?
I could probably do. I'll be realistic. I think 4 packets.
Fuck.
So we're saying what, like 40?
Yeah, easy in one sitting.
That's tough. That I think I could do.
Yeah,
With how my stomach was yesterday, 1, and I would
It's
have
rice,
exploded.
mate.
no, listen though,
Literally
listen. What a snack jack is 12 carbs. You're telling me that you're eating 480 carbs in the one sitting?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Fair dues.
I reckon I could do like. I reckon I could do 15 to 20, and then I'd be like, "Fucking hell, I feel horrendous."
You know what I
You
would
know
think?
what? I'm thinking of it logically, or in this instance as well. Imagine you're on like a big road trip to a show day, and you've just got Snagger Jack sitting beside you. That's one sitting. You're just constantly going like that. You could
Yeah.
easily munch 20 to 30 without even realizing.
What about this is a slightly different question, but I think I would do better at this. What about original glazed Krispy Kreme donuts? I think I could do like 15 to 20 of them. They're little balls of they're
I think
clouds
I
of
could do
happiness.
pretty
They are
dangerous.
so easy to eat. I reckon I've
Although
got like a good
I've
15
had
to 20.
instances when I've had like a good amount of donuts, and then like 10 minutes later, it just like hits me.
Yeah.
Whereas
Straight
I've
through.
never had that with a rice cake.
Yeah, rice cakes, you wouldn't get a crazy sugar rush, and you wouldn't feel horrendous.
I
You'd
don't
just
know
be
the
full. Your stomach would just be full. With the Krispy Kremes, like you do have like a crash because I've done that before, and it's not good.
Yeah, that post show this year. How many Krispy Kreme
Back
did
in
you
the
eat?
day, I've told this story before. I did like a crazy like crash diet. It was like 25 days. This is when like obviously before I knew anything, and I was probably like I don't know 18, and I like lost God knows how much. But either way, I was pretty fucking peeled at the end of it. And then yeah, I just smashed in Dominoes, loads of sides, 12 Krispy Kremes with Ben and Jerry's scooped into the middle of each one. Mate, I just mashed it all in, and then I was like absolutely fucked for like the next 2 days. Like my stomach was in bits, and I was like, "This is not good." And then ever since then, I've like not binged basically.
Nice. That's like me with alcohol. You get like one bad experience and then fuck that shit. I think I could get down more Krispy Kremes than I could.
No way. How many caramel snack jacks are you having? He's keeping quiet because in his head he's like 50.
No, I don't think I could do more than a packet these days. You know, I think if you got me at peak chud, I'd be smoking them.
Yeah.
But right now, I think I'd be happy with like 10 rice cakes. I'm sound. Donuts, I couldn't do that many. Those Krispy Kremes are way too sickly. I had 4 after my UK DFBA show.
Just double check that's original glazed. Are you talking about like?
Oh no, to be fair, I had
It's the Biscoff ones in that, mate. Like one and a
yeah,
half.
I had 2 Biscoff
classic.
ones, 1 Oreo one, and 1 original glazed.
The
I
original glazed ones are just so like soft. They are so easy to eat. The rice
Yeah.
cakes would be harder to eat because they're dry.
I've
Yeah.
never had
Are we-
a Krispy
Is,
Kreme.
is the goal to like?
Definitely.
Is the goal to eat as much and just disregard how you feel, or are we tapping out whenever? Just like
No,
fuck,
just like go until like you either be sick or like you really tap
Until
out.
you have to tap out.
like 6 then.
What, the Krispy Kremes?
Yeah, I think that's fair.
Oh, I could get like 15 to
I,
20.
I could easily be doing 10 plus,
Yeah, same.
Sure.
I wouldn't
Sure,
feel
original
good, but I
glazed
could.
but not of the filled ones. The filled
Yeah,
ones.
the original glazed ones.
The
Yeah.
original
The original
glazed.
glaze with the wee hole in it, just to be it's dead light. Just,
Can I put Ben and Jerry's in the middle?
yeah, does that get you more?
Yeah, it depends on the Ben and Jerry's flavour.
Look for more.
Right.
I was going to say I've got another question from Leo
What?
Hamilton.
Oh god.
Actually, a very good question. How do you enjoy winding down or switching off from work, training, etc.? What's all our favourite methods? I'm going to say, right, let me guess. For Matt, it's just going for a walk and just being in that wee nice kind of park that you go to.
Botanical
sometimes.
garden.
Yeah, yep. I'm saying that. For Noah, it is playing FIFA on his treadmill. For Finn, it is watching a football podcast while eating his dinner.
That's pretty spot on.
You're pretty close, to be fair.
Yeah.
But at the minute, my evening walk has now become stressful because it's chasing steps with how many, like how busy I am. So it's like I need to do 3,000-4,000 here. So it's not really winding down.
For Josh, it's going out in the Jag.
buying another
yeah,
car.
there's
Or cliff jumping.
buying a new car.
Or golf.
See, this is the thing. The things that I enjoy doing there are quite stress inducing. Like driving the Jaguar fast is quite stressful, but it's also very fun. Cliff jumping.
Well, let's say then, what do we all do in the evening when we finish work to switch off before bed? Apart from masturbate.
Devious look. I watch an episode of anything, but usually at the moment Naruto. Watch something with my blue light blockers on and just. That's what I do.
I'm very similar. I'll usually finish work maybe 8, 8:15, finish off my steps, get my last meal in, and watch something while I'm watching my last or eating my last meal. So usually something lighthearted or a podcast that I'm kind of like listening to in the background while I like go on Instagram or eat, you know. So I'm not like too intensely focused on it.
I was gonna say I watched the video last night and it was, I don't know if you've ever seen it. It's a boy called Brez, I think that's his name, and he's pretty damn rich. He's an American boy, and like he's built up his own marketing thing, and he had like supercars and shit. And I watched that, and then I went to bed thinking like, how can I create generational wealth? And mate, I just couldn't sleep last night. I was just like, there was too many thoughts going on. I need something to just watch.
You have
like,
to watch something that just you switch off
it's
to.
completely out of reality, like Naruto.
Here, this
like,
is a fucking brilliant show. It's not one of my favourite TV shows, but The Big Bang Theory is unbelievable to wind
Yes.
on to.
Big Bang
Yeah.
Theory.
Unbelievable.
Big Bang 3, Brooklyn Nine-Nine, Office.
Modern Family as well. It's elite.
But yeah, just like one thing I would say that is like massive for me is putting my phone on Do Not Disturb, because otherwise, like, I literally can't switch off. Because like my phone will, or I'll just literally check the time or set my alarm, and I've got however many messages. It's like generally from 8 p.m. I'll put my phone on Do Not Disturb. Like clients don't need me to get back to them at that time. You know what I mean? Unless I've specifically asked somebody to like check in at that time, or somebody's in a different time zone and they're prepping and they're, you know, checking in at that time, fair enough. But like, people don't need me to reply to them at 9 p.m. at night. They can wait until the morning. Like, and that's one thing I've had to be a lot stricter with. And that's one thing I try and get across to Megan, because obviously she's like building up a client base and her coaching's growing and stuff. But also then it's like so hard to switch off because she's constantly in work mode, because she obviously has a normal job as well. So then she hasn't got like, she's at 9 till 5 and then she's working and coaching in the evening and coaching before work in the morning. So it's like you just don't switch off, and then sleep ends up being shit if you're not careful. Like,
I think that kind of pays off though when you're trying to build the business up. Though.
it does. You have to go through phases.
I remember working until like 10, half 10 at night when I was doing a couple of different jobs, and it pays off. And if I didn't do that, I wouldn't be nowhere near where I am today.
Yeah, you have to. Yeah, you do have to work your way up the ladder to the point where you can go and put my phone on Do Not Disturb at 8 p.m. because I would have never done that years ago. Like, so that is a good thing to say now. Like, I wouldn't have done that a couple of years back. I'd have been making sure my WhatsApp's clear every single night. Whereas now, I physically can't do that. Otherwise, I will literally be on my phone all night. Like, I've got people in different countries checking in and messaging me at different times. Like, if I was to try and clear my WhatsApp every night, I just wouldn't be able to get to bed. You know what I mean? Because like, you'll message a client back. A lot of the time as well, I'll ask a client a question when I'm messaging them back, because I want some more feedback. You know what I mean? I'll be like, well, you know, how was the session, or how was this or that? And then if I'm waiting for that reply, it's like you just wouldn't end up going to bed. So, yeah, that is one thing for me, is like to put my phone on Do Not Disturb, have my last meal, blue light blockers on, and just something that I can just chill out to. Usually football related, but also if I can, like you said, like Brooklyn Nine-Nines, those kind of things.
Yeah.
Like, I haven't got one at the minute, but like those kind of things. Actually, there's a series called The Hawk with Will Ferrell on Netflix, where he's a golfer. I've started watching that.
I seen that when I was scrolling through. I was like,
And it's
do I
just
want to watch it or not?
I
Yeah,
was
it's just
trying to
silly.
decide between that or Ted, and I started watching Ted.
But yeah, it's fine. It's not amazing, but it's like, it's just a silly series. It's quite good, to be fair.
You know, I think blue light blockers are incredible. You know that?
They are
I
good.
think they're a pain. I can't, because I always put them on when I want to watch something. Like
This is-
in the evening to wind down, I can't see what I'm watching.
This is the thing though, like, see blue light blockers, they actually force you to mong out and pretty much do nothing, because you can't do anything with them on, because like if I try and assess a physique with them on, even try to watch like a training clip, I'm like, why is my brain going at like 20%? Like the light blockers force you to just kind of relax. Like as soon as I put them on, I'm like, oh okay, that's kind of bedtime now.
One thing that made me realise like how like, let's say, impactful they actually are is in the past whenever I've put them on too early, I wake up so early. So like, whoever, if you're listening to this, if you want to randomly try putting your blue light blockers on at like 4 p.m. and keep them on, and let's say you fall asleep at like 9:10, I guarantee you wake up early, like fucking early, like 2-3 a.m. because your body thought that it was like nighttime way earlier. And I remember I'd done that in the past, and I was like, why am I waking up so early? It was because I was just putting them on too early. Whereas now, like, I'll just put them on like half an hour to an hour before bed.
And if you want to get the best blue light blockers ever, go to Maze and use code NPC15. You'll get money off. I actually do back them. I think they're really good.
Yeah.
I've lost my
All
mask.
stuff.
I've lost my sleeping mask and I need to get another one because I think that's really good, especially when it's light outside just now.
Yeah.
Do you have another question? Will I go? It's up to yourself.
Thoughts on Jack Eagle's injury? Have you reached out to him?
Yes, I messaged him straight away.
Yeah, we all personally messaged him, didn't we?
Yeah.
No. As much as I like Jack, I don't think I'm close enough to reach out to him, and maybe I am. Maybe I should check if he's all right. But I mean, I think he's all
He's
right.
back, didn't he? I've seen one post about it, and I've not seen. I don't really interact with his stuff much on Instagram, so I didn't see it a great deal.
Yeah, pec completely torn off the bone, I believe.
Not ideal, is it?
No, but I think he's okay. I think he's typical Jack and just sort of trying to laugh it off and be sarcastic to try and get through it.
Yeah.
Like, I think that's what else are you gonna do? You know what I mean? Like, and he's still training. He's training legs and stuff. So, I think he's okay. I hope he's okay.
Yeah, I was speaking to my physio about this. I went and seen him yesterday with my quads, and it's a slight tendon issue, tendinopathy. He was like, mate, there's some guys in here that just are full of gear, they're doing shit that they should not be doing, and like, it's horrendous. And he's like, I've seen so many times people like tear shit and everything, and it's really bad. I think it's probably another point against gear. I'm not saying if you go on gear you're going to tear a muscle, but like, the amount of times you see that happen with people is so much more frequent. Like, have you seen any natty guys tear anything? I've really not seen much.
Something like super serious, because obviously you're not exposed to as much load. You're probably not.
Yeah.
If you're natty, are you pressing 4 plates plus? Maybe not many.
Also to do with like tendons not being able to keep up strength.
Exactly, that's what I was saying. Like, your muscles can, like, obviously grow a hell of a lot more, but then your tendons just don't respond at that same rate as well, and they take a lot longer. They need to be exposed to stuff for a lot more time to adapt. They're a lot firmer and shit. So, yeah, there's another point against gear, but I hope Jack's okay. Yeah, you got another one? Will I go?
Yeah, go on.
Do you feel like some elements of the UK bodybuilding scene suck the life and fun out of the sport? The standard mindset is great, however it can zap the fun in some aspects. What are your thoughts?
Don't think it's just UK. I think it's probably worldwide now in terms of everybody thinking that there's like a right way. You know what I mean? Like, everyone's got an opinion. Everyone's judging how someone else is doing things. One thing that was really good about our last podcast where we had that debate was there isn't a right answer, and none of us said no, this is the right way. Like, we understand that, like, at the end of the day, it's about what feels like right for you. What do you enjoy? But yeah, I don't know. I think
People will get influenced though. Like, if you're a young kid and you see Kuba's content and it's like everything needs to be exactly perfect to the absolute T, and I need to weigh out absolutely everything in my salt at the start of the day, and my routine needs to be exactly perfect. Like, does a 16-year-old need to be doing that? You know,
If you
like,
maybe think about like who are the big influencers, I'm not like influencer, but like who are the bodybuilders who have the highest influence on UK bodybuilding? They all kind of do things very similar, don't they? Like,
that's
you
the
look
thing.
at
Like, if you look at Train by
Ray
JP and shit, like, that's very all in a sense. Like, when was the time that you had the most fun training? For most of us, it was probably when we were a bit retarded, when we were younger and just like doing
didn't
whatever.
Yeah.
Yeah, but then people are like, I must be listening to Train by JP tell me to not be a cunt before my set and like do this stuff. Like, point, yes, it can take the fun out of it and you can take it too serious. I do think so. Like, I don't see myself as just like a hardcore bodybuilder and that's it. And I think if I did, I wouldn't really enjoy it. So, Yeah, I think some people like when you're young and impressionable, you can get into that trap, and then it zaps the fun out of it, and then they go do something else. So
I think
I
you
agree.
over time you find your own way, don't you? You know what I mean?
Yeah,
Like you find what you enjoy. You find even just like things like fucking dress sense and that. You know what I mean? Like there'll be people who are 16 who are dressing like JP or Cuba because they think that that's what they should do, and then over time they might realize, okay, I can actually just wear what I want to wear. You know what I mean? Like I don't have to dress in a certain way because of the people that I look up to. Like obviously we all are heavily influenced by people. Like without whether you realize it or not, like we all are. But over time, I feel like you become less influenced. Like I forget, and I say this to Megan all the time. Like I forget that I actually have influence. You know what I mean? Like I'll put a pit stop story up, and then I'll get like in the next 5 minutes, I'll get like the email that says that people have used the code. And I'm like, what the fuck? I forget people actually are, seeing what I do and then going, oh, I'm going to buy that. And it's like, which is awesome, really fucking cool. But like, you do forget that that's at the end of the day, it's the world we live in. Like everybody is influenced by people in certain ways.
yeah. I don't think it is good that like. I mean, it's clearly created a good scene in the UK because our standard of bodybuilding is usually significantly better across the boards than like any other country.
Speaking of that, what did we think about Toyton?
Oh, at the show, placed fourth.
All
Yeah,
three all Canadian.
just a-
Notice that. Toyton did look quite flat, to be fair.
He was flat.
Yeah.
yeah.
He looked small. Like, and this is no disrespect to him because he's not small, but for him compared to I don't know like those guys, they were good, but he looked young. Like
Yeah, he looked very like long and limby.
yeah,
That kind of makes sense.
he still looked great, but he did look a bit flat, and he looked just a bit younger than the guys. I thought the guy in second. I think he was in second. I thought he looked like he should have probably won.
Yeah, he was more like dense, but the other fella,
Yeah.
it was classic at the end of the day. Then I would say second.
Was his posing? I know he's supposed to be known for posing, but was his posing that classic?
He was hitting like a side chest with like a Dorian Yates side tricep stance.
And his front relax looked a bit weird.
Yeah,
Like
and his favourite classic pose was like a twisting front double that was weird foot position. I was like,
What, this was the guy that came in first.
Yeah, I
Yeah.
thought his posing wasn't that.
I just
it
think
was over the top. It was over the top.
Yeah.
It just wasn't nice.
I think the other fella would have been really good in normal bodybuilding. I'd say possibly be better in that than he would be in classic because he's just a dense fucker. Like I wouldn't say he's like overly classic. But yeah, I thought Toynton, like we spoke about it, would be one of the kind of like front runners for that. But Farid is very like dense for his age. I think he looks sick.
He looked a lot leaner than I thought he was based on the updates.
Yeah, I could kind of tell that he was going to be in good shape. Like I'd seen like certain photos of him before, and I was like, no, I think he is going to be good. But yeah, like Toyton is a bit taller, and Freed was a bit more kind of dense in that sense. Yeah, I think Toyton just over time.
Was it covered on Beyond the Stage?
It was on Naughty News Daily.
You know, Toyton kind of flattened off very heavily for his first prep. I think there may have been like a touch of that in this one,
Yeah.
but nothing crazy. But like, again, if Toyton's full and he's still everything's like perfect, he's mental. Like you really see that pop, whereas might have just been a little bit lacking, which is what makes him ridiculous. And he was still ridiculous. Don't get me wrong. He can demolish all of us, and
Like
Very,
a
very good spot.
7 or 8 out of 10
Does-
Toyton still beats.
He'd demolish all of us.
yeah, unless you're Fred Kelly.
What about me? Can you see this?
Yeah, their fella in the middle, man. It's not even bad, but he actually just went up against
Like-
the Avengers.
Those three, they do just look substantially older. And I don't know even if they are older, but they look just more.
Farid's like
more
a teenager though, isn't he?
they look
Farid's
fuller
20.
and a bit more. There's a bit more muscularity, like more maturity, let's say.
Yeah,
This guy came second, right? First,
Yeah.
second, third, fourth, fifth.
I think it was very close. Schwarzenegger won last year, and then the other guy came second, and then this year it was flipped around. So, he beat
So
him
this is what
time.
I had him winning. I thought this guy was crazy, but I had him winning.
He is possibly the most complete. He's like dense as shit as well.
I think he's a bit lighter through the lower body though. Like you
That's
can
it.
kind of see it. I know he's posing to the side a wee bit, but his legs his quads are quite weak.
I didn't actually watch it. I only seen some photos. To be honest.
Yeah, he is crazy, to be fair.
You might be able to see lower body wise a little bit here.
Yep, it might come through here. Yeah, not as if they're bad, are they? But
And the guy who won his back, like the rear poses were ridiculous.
yeah, I've seen that before. His rear double was nasty.
Yeah, we saw that, didn't we? We went on his Instagram.
Yeah, like look at his lats and like his vacuum. That is pretty. And now he just takes away his vacuum, brilliant. But yeah, he's shaped very well. Is bro doing too much?
Yes.
Closing. Yeah,
I just thought the guy in second was just a bit sharper and just a bit like harder everywhere, a bit more polished, like in terms of his just I don't know maybe.
It was just a nicer looking physique.
Yeah.
That's the only way I could really explain it.
Yeah.
it's a ridiculous lineup, isn't it?
Mm.
Yeah, Titan's back isn't bad, but it looks a little bit flatter and kind of emptier there than two other fellas.
You need to also remember Toyton's travelled from England all the way over to Canada for this.
Yeah.
Like there's the travel considerations with the peak week as well.
I also think glaze could be a big thing here. Like it
Yeah.
doesn't look like he's got much glaze on, and in the photos that I've seen of him, it didn't look like he had much glaze on either. You know how much that impacted. Remember when Reese competed and he had no glaze on? You were like, oh,
Yeah, it does make a big difference.
big difference. You know, you can see that a little bit there. His arms are fucking crazy. Again, I think like time in the game and just getting better, like understanding his body, and then also just building more muscle.
I think it's his first pro show, like getting his name out there more.
Yeah, I'd say Titan's got the most potential.
Yeah, I would.
Arguable with Farid being so young as well, but like shape wise and everything, he's ridiculous. Crazy lineup.
Yeah, it's cool.
Like, worlds.
Again, like you look at that and it's like, in terms of the argument about like wanting to jump on gear, you see that and you think, you know, like
Even the
Stab-
men's physique guys are pretty nuts.
crazy.
Yeah, you're always gonna get some crazy men's physique guys in there.
Yeah, when you see these guys a bit closer, you're like, oh shit. Yeah.
Ridiculous, isn't they? Wonder what Prosper would look like there. The majestic one.
But you remember, Finn, when we were at that seminar and Prosper was posing beside all the
Yeah.
the pros, and he actually looked really good.
Yeah, he did.
Yeah.
Hold his own.
New side plank.
Yeah, standard is mental, isn't it?
Yeah, it's crazy. Outrageous. Like, I said to my mum, I was like, Titan plays fourth, and she was like, what? Because, like, she'd seen from when Petru competed against him, and, like, even Casey as well, it's just like Titan is fucking end game, and it's like,
Yeah.
what was the lineup for Titan to come fourth? It is mental. I see what you mean, Finn. Like that first photo.
Yeah, that specifically,
But again, it was him that's posted.
like
that.
that's just
Is
one
he-
pose. Yeah.
Is he going to post the photos that are more favourable for him?
Yeah, exactly.
Very impressive though, and interesting to see. I don't know if Titan's doing any more shows, so it looked like he enjoyed some food afterwards. Just ate like everything in sight. So I'm not sure if that's his only show for this season. Final, maybe one or two questions?
Yeah, wrap it up do one more.
Yeah. What's the most overrated thing in bodybuilding? Food, movements, equipment. Do one of each. Most overrated food. I'm gonna say dark chocolate. I honestly think it's pretty humming.
What did you say, Noah?
Cream of rice?
Yeah,
Great
that's
shout,
a
actually.
good shout, yeah.
Brilliant shout. Matt, definitely not cream of rice.
To be fair, I do think cream of rice is overrated, but I'm part of that crew that I'd set up just because I don't have much enjoyment in my life at the minute. So, I do actually agree with the dark chocolate thing because, like, when you break it down, I don't think dark chocolate is actually one of the best fat sources out there.
No,
We just
it's
eat it
not.
for enjoyment. Like, it's more of a carbohydrate source than anything.
Foods. I'm gonna stick with dark chocolate. I think this might sound crazy.
Kimchi.
Yeah. MJ is Prim. I think if any of you moved your fan, it sounds very loud. I think sourdough is really fucking nice, but it seems like it's really, really, really popular now. I don't know when that came about, but like sourdough seems to be the biggest thing now.
I feel like I would be heavily criticised if I had an Irwin's English muffin.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's
Which
like
is-
you've got to have sourdough.
You have to have
But
sourdough.
I actually think it's like kind of properly rated because it is fucking brilliant. Sourdough is nice. Like I'm not food focused, but I enjoy a slice of sourdough, get a wee bit of pepper on it, and chicken and rice. It's good. Overrated movement. The gym. Shoulder press.
Deadlifts.
I'm gonna go against you on just because you're shit at them. Just because you're weak. What did you say, Martin?
I was going to say, you can't really say deadlifts because I feel like nobody does deadlifts.
And you mean like a hinge?
Or a hip hinge, really.
I would.
I wouldn't say a hip hinge. I would say deadlifts. Like, you know, when people are like you've got to deadlift. Like, I don't think you have to deadlift. I think if you should have a hinge in your program.
I think that goes for like hip hinging as a whole, does it not? When people say that, like it doesn't need to be a barbell deadlift. It's just some form of.
Yeah, I would agree. But I think
It
some
isn't
people
as
might
good as
just
you-
say no. You do need to fucking deadlift.
Yeah.
Could I just put, like, Prime Kit as my answer?
Well, the next one was equipment, so you can do that
Oh.
for the next one. Yeah. Prime is the equipment. I actually think Prime's pretty nice.
Plate loaded stuff's overrated.
Yeah.
Half the time I just load it in the mid pin because it feels the nicest.
Nah, I like a pretty heavy top loaded leg extension.
Nah,
Like, I
it does
can
not
just-
feel good for me.
Such a faff about it, though. It's such a faff.
Yeah, I get you.
Just give me
See,
a
if you do like 50 top, 50 mid on that leg extension, it feels absolutely perfect.
I always say to do like 75% top, 75% mid ish. I think that feels nicest. Or not more so feels nicest, but like when you actually look at where it feels, like it lines up. But
I
again,
just
everyone's
don't
different.
feel it in my quads when I go like so heavy, so many plates on the top pin and none in the middle.
I get you. I like that though. Not that I don't feel my quads. I like just being able to get into that contract. Brilliant. I like being able to get into that contracted position and not just feel like I'm getting bummed. Like, see, actually being able to squeeze my quads and being able to spend time there. That in turn gives me more.
I
quads.
don't feel that on my quads when I get to the top of that rep. I just feel it in my knees.
Yeah, if it drops off too much.
Yeah. I think Prime is decent. Equipment, rest of equipment, anything that we think's overrated. Brands wise,
Mega Mass.
Mega Mass T-bar.
as you get it in, yeah, good advertising, good marketing.
No, it's not like
That's you just shite guys.
it's not shite at all. It's decent, but it's not. Oh my god! Like it's just because it's
Yeah.
a new piece, a new brand. People think it's like the absolute shit. And like it's decent, but it's not like, oh my god, this is the best T-bar I've ever used. It's just like quite nice because it's on a sled, and you can put a good amount of weight on it.
I was gonna say that's the most appealing part. Like, just whack some fucking weight on it and rip it. Just looks stable to be able to rip.
But yeah, I think people just, again, it's like we've always joked about, like, best in the game. Like, if someone says it, you know what I mean? If AJ or Cuba say it's good, everyone says it's good.
Yeah.
And it's like, come on, like, actually try it for yourself first, see if you like it, then you can say whether or not it's good.
Quickfire underrated foods. Any? Steak, fin, maybe.
Dates.
Dadlers. What's a date?
Yeah, Dadlers.
Dadlers. Matt's thinking long and hard here.
Yeah.
Whitefish.
Yeah. What is it? Basa or something?
Awesome.
Yeah. I'm not into fish. Seafood freaks me the fuck out.
Noah? Rocket?
smoking salmon and raw.
Rocket. You're right. Fucking Nutella. No, I don't know what mine would be. I'm not food focused enough to
Pizza?
give an answer here. Domino's barbecue base. Like it's way too much hate. It's the best thing ever. Underrated movement or equipment. Quick answer for both.
Underrated movement. Concentration curl. Dumbbell concentration curl.
Yeah,
Yeah.
I really like the elbow supported incline dumbbell curl. I think that's the best bicep movement of all time. It's a bit.
I like letting my arm just hang down and you get all the blood rushing to it and then you connect really well.
Is that the one that you're on about that you do with like the lat pull down pads behind you, Josh?
Yes. Yeah,
Yeah.
it's ridiculous.
Yeah, it is
It
good.
was amazing.
I would say just a close grip cable lat row. You know,
Yeah.
V-bar,
Yeah.
V-bar cable lat row, so
Like the
good.
cable row in general. Why isn't
Yeah.
nobody doing them?
Yeah. I feel like it's becoming more popular now because it's obviously decent pricing, but like gym Lego plate loading stuff, like for the value for money, I think is very good. Like I really like the hack squat, the hip press, the pendulum squat. Like I think that's really solid. Like
Yeah.
underrated wise.
Rated, I think it's well rated now. You know, what I mean, I think a lot of places.
I think it's becoming more popular. I don't know anything for like underrated equipment. I actually sometimes hammer strength shit gets like slandered, but I actually think hammer strength stuff's quite nice. Like the low roll, incline press, triple back row.
Just because
Yes.
the profile, isn't it? Like,
Yes, it's heavy as fuck in the short, but a lot of the time that just means you get like a really good connection. You get like a
Yeah.
really good pump and shit. Like you feel everything well. I quite like it.
But I like some of the pin loaded stuff. Armor strength.
The incline press is also nice.
Incline press.
Yeah, very similar. Actually, done it today. Quite good. Sweet. Perfect. Well, thank you everyone for watching. Treating you to an hour and 6 minute long episode. Wonderful. There's still a good few questions to go over there, so if your question did not get answered, we'll get round to it in the next one. But thank you all for watching. Please do like and subscribe if you're listening on YouTube. Rate 5 stars, turn on notifications, everything like that on Spotify. And yeah, we'll see you in the next episode. See ya.